Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning trading session. This is effectively the last trading session of the year, isn't it? Christmas holidays, of course, this weekend and next week, the week going into New Year's. It's going to be pretty quiet in the markets, I think. Traditionally, it's a quiet time of the season for traders. We'll see what happens here this morning. If the market just seems to be flip-flopping a little bit, well, I don't think we're going to stay with it for very long. But we'll give them a few minutes to get in gear. So what we're watching here, of course, is the NASDAQ. I've got soybeans and crude oil on my other monitor. It may almost be time to switch up soybeans for something else. Soybeans tend to get a little bit of stagnant through the winter months. Usually, not always. Pretty soft start to the day, which again is no real surprise. Yesterday's session primarily bearish. We had some good selling opportunities out of the open, and again, about an hour or so into the session. But now we're really quiet, maybe working on a possible trend change. You see we're making some higher lows, marginally higher highs. Nothing so far. Maybe getting a trend change signal through here on the Falcon. Might give them a couple minutes to see what's going on. So really the only signal we have right now is the trend change signal here on the Falcon. We are getting a signal here on the Raptor as well, which is coinciding with that. It's not really meshing up with anything, not really a trend change signal or anything of that nature. All right, let's see here what this is going to cost me to be wrong. Of course, very early. We're only 5-6 minutes into this morning's session. Up against this little swing high here from yesterday. Should be seeing a little bit more follow through than that. Let's go, come on. So right now we're stumbling block right here near the median line around this 34.50. If we can get above 49.34, we should be in pretty good shape, I think. Obviously some selling going on there. There we go. Come on. Might have to help it along here a little bit. Let's go. Steven says my ninja charts aren't working well. Can you ask the others if they have the same problem? Thanks. Well, what kind of problems are you having, Steven? Anything in particular? I'll show you what you can do. Is if your charts start acting up for whatever reason, sometimes the file will get corrupted. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just one of those things. So what you need to do, this is why I always save two workspaces. So I will have my main workspace and then I'll have a backup. So if I ever get a corrupted workspace, I can just overwrite it. Just open up the other one and work with that. Okay, so there's a little tip for you. The other thing, when you shut down your NinjaTrader, you know how it always prompts you, do you want to save this workspace? Ben told me once the only reason you should save your workspace is if you have made a significant change to it. For instance, you've changed the contract month. So we've gone from, say, September to March. You don't want the September charts to keep loading, or pardon me, December charts to keep loading. Therefore, when you close the workspace, you're going to save that change that you've made, because that's a significant change. If you add something new to your charts, like the Ultimate Support and Resistance Suite, that's a change you're going to want to keep. So you will save your charts when you close. Otherwise, he said, don't save your charts, because the more often you save, the more likely one of the files will finally become corrupted. And then you're essentially left with rebuilding all your charts. Okay, so that's hint number one. Hint number two is, if things are acting up for you, you go here, I believe it's down to the options under tools, and go to the data tab. Try clicking reset or repair database. Pardon me. It doesn't really happen matter which one. Sometimes problems develop as well with the merge policy. Now, I don't entirely understand how this works, but you do have some options. I know when I was having difficulty, Ben had me set to do not merge, and that seems to have cleared up a few things. So try those things, repair database, and then if it's still not working right, reset database. And that will hopefully solve your problem for you. Oh, interesting. Steve says my price bars are showing up, but not my indicators. You can also try this, reloading your NinjaScript. Make sure you're not in a trade when you do that, and see if that doesn't fix things up for you. And then, of course, last but not least, if you are still not having any luck with it, be sure to email Ben at support@indicatorwarehouse.com, and he will get you squared away. Oh, Christian enjoying an early Christmas gift. Christian says, in this still trending market, I can enjoy my new pipe, a gift from a customer. Wow. Your customer must really like you. All right, get up there, you stinkers. Certainly slowing down a little bit here as we challenge these highs again. I'm thinking about rolling my stop up. Certainly if we breach the high here, we should be in pretty good shape to roll our stops. You know there's going to be some sell orders just up here near these highs. All right, I think I'm going to get, we'll go with parabolics. There we go. Here we go. Come on. Get up there. Let's go. Oh boy, the seller's just laying it on thick. Come on. Come on. Get going. Come on. Wow, they're hanging tough. Just need a little nudge, just tip them over the edge here. We do have a late filter entry signal, which developed while we were waiting for this trend change signal to take off. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be hit number 5 in this zone, and if they don't start moving soon, I'm going to get my stops in nice and cozy. See you, Keith. Have yourself a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year also. Thank you. Oh, come on. If the markets, like I said, don't smarten up pretty quick, I think we're going to be pulling the pin. There's no point hanging out only to watch them thrash about sideways. You can see we took a little bit of a bounce here off of the primary support. Just working to get above the median line, target at the primary resistance. There we go, getting a little bit of follow through now. Ay, ay, ay. They're going to give us any more than just a scalp out of this? Come on, get going. There we go. Almost to the break even. We got the break even. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They're just gonna hang up there now? There, that's all you get. A little bit of an early flinch. There we go. That took a while to get there, didn't it? Again, it's that time of the year you don't really expect the market to do a whole lot. we're working the first micro macro cross, but again, I'm not really keen on trying any of these. Oh, way to go, Steve. Steve says gold gave me a nice early Christmas present, $200. That's what I was hoping for. A nice little present from the marketplace, but so far they're a little quiet. They're winding down again a little bit. Again, very quiet. Very quiet. As Elmer Fudd likes to say. Maybe we'll take a look at gold here instead of soybeans. Not too much going on in gold. I see that nice little rally, though, that Stephen got a hold of. I'm guessing maybe it was here on the Eagle, a red bar buy signal. Quick little move up. What's gold been like the last few days? A little bit sideways. Oh, some decent ranges. All right, maybe we'll hold on to gold for a little bit. Yeah, looks like the buyers are going to try to press one more time. So there's that first micro macro cross signal. Just kissed the profit objective. We'd be at break even now. And get up there. Oh, just got another break-even stop out. Not nice. You can see here our Geiger counter all over the map. Big buying block through here. And fairly evenly balanced market here. Some buying and selling going on, but I suspect the volume is relatively light. Let's take a look at that bar right there. That's a relatively big one. Yeah, and that's only 1,400 contracts traded. That's pretty light. 600 here. Let's check the last couple bars. Oh gosh, 200 contracts traded. It's very thin. Steve's asking on the Raptor, that counter, is that the Omni timer? What is that indicator? Sorry, Steve, I haven't pointed this out for a while. This is the Geiger counter. The Geiger counter is a tape reader, so it shows you the time and the sales going by. And there's three parts to it. First, there's the actual bid and ask numbers right here. There's the tape that shows you the order flow, so you can get an idea whether there's more aggressive buying or selling going on, or whether they're fairly well balanced. The needle, of course, gives you the average. Right now it's dead neutral. It's white, but when it was down here, it would have been red, and then, of course, if it goes higher, it goes green. And then last but not least, you have this dial around here. Now, this dial is pretty interesting, because what happens is if the dial pulls hard, say, to one side, like it's doing now, and it stays there. Now, today, the markets are a little bit slow, but if it stays there for like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, that shows you a lot of aggressive selling. The seller's just chewing through all those sell orders, and as a result, we should anticipate the market to head a little bit lower, at least for the short term, like the next few minutes. And likewise, if it moves to the buy side. So you see how it's really favoring the short side here. So we should see the market dip a little bit lower as a result. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to go into a full-blown reversal, but rather it's going to probably dip at least here to the hard edge. So what does that mean for you? Well, if you're looking at a sell signal, let's say we were getting a soft edge sell signal here, and you saw the Geiger counter favoring the short side, that would perhaps give you some confidence in selling the market. Likewise, if you were already long and you're watching the Geiger counter and you're seeing all this aggressive selling, you may think, oh, well, time to bring up my stops in case the market bolts a little bit lower. I want to stop out with at least some profit. Yes, so that's the Geiger counter. Very, very handy tool. And the reason it was developed is one of our DTS owners came to us and said, hey, can you make me a tool that will tell me when it's time to get out of a trade, if I'm in a trade and I can tell if the market's starting to get quiet. And you can see, since the the Geiger counter printed that from up here, we did see the market retreat now to the hard edge. So, you know, if you had some open profit, and let's say your break even was down here, you didn't want to give up that little bit of profit you had, well, there you go. There was an opportunity to save some of that. Well, folks, we'll hang with them for a little bit here, but honestly, stuff is just getting really sideways. All right, well, they seem to be finding some sort of support here now on the hard edge. do do. Just I feel like I'm watching the paint dry. Oh, way to go, Steve. Steve says, have a safe and great holiday. And see you next year. Scalp $340 on a sleepy market. Well done. Well, you did better than me today, Steve. Just grabbed a couple of bucks, but not really worthwhile. Mr. Buckaloo is asking, can you tell us anything about next year's format? Not really, because Adam just told me about it. He's got something in the works. He and Ben are working feverishly on it, and I'm going to hear more about it next week. And then, of course, in the new year. But I do know that he wants to shift focus a little bit to growing a small account. So, but I'm sure he'll make information known. But no, I really don't know. All right, folks. I think we're going to button up the room. You're really not going to miss anything today. So, yeah, no, I thought we were going to see something here. So I think we're going to shut down the room a little bit early. I sincerely hope that you have a very Merry Christmas and a safe, Happy New Year. And we will see you in 2017. Enjoy your time off. You guys deserve it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.